Versatile Infotainment provides thousands of informative videos of our viewers. If you want more informative videos, please like and subscribe our channel. So let's go our topic.
With a $500 million net worth, George Clooney is an American actor, screenwriter, director, entrepreneur, and campaigner. One of the most sought-after list actors in the entertainment business is George Clooney. He frequently receives at least $20 million for a single motion picture part. George Clooney seems to be living the dream. It appears that Mr. Clooney has the touch of Midas, with a flourishing acting career entering its fourth decade, a highly decorated directorial career, numerous lucrative writing and producing credits to his name, and excellent looks that only seem to get better with age. George is one of the Casamigos Tequila co-founders. For $1 billion, George and his two partners sold Casamigos to Diageo in 2017. There's more about the sale later in the piece. Walt Disney and Clooney are the only two individuals who have had nominations for 6 distinct Academy Awards as of 2023. Casamigos Tequila earnings. Casamigos Tequila was established in 2013 by George Michael Meldman and Randy Gerber. Probably what makes Gerber most well known is that she was wed to Cindy Crawford. Meldman is a billionaire in real estate. In order to provide tequila to friends and family, the three initially introduced the brand as a private label. In 2013, they made the brand a public label. On June 21, 2017, Clooney, Gerber, and Meldman reached a $1 billion deal to sell Casamigos to Diageo, a major alcohol company. Together with $300 million in bonuses that will be given out in the future based on performance targets, they received $700 million in cash. In the event that the first $700 million is split 3 ways, George's pre-tax income would be around $230 million. It would be about $150 million after taxes. Childhood. On May 6, 1961, Nick Clooney, a former TV personality and anchorman, and beauty queen Nina Bruce welcomed Clooney into the world in Lexington, Kentucky. Despite having grown up as a Roman Catholic, Clooney has declared himself to be somewhat of an atheist in adulthood. Following his time at Blessed Sacrament School in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky, the family relocated to Mason, Ohio. After the Clooneys moved back to Kentucky, George experienced a partial facial paralysis known as Bell's palsy during his 7th school year. After a year, it disappeared, but Clooney says it was a challenging period because he was teased about it at school. He loved playing basketball and plyometrics, and even tried out for the Cincinnati Reds following high school, but was not selected. From 1979 to 1981, Clooney attended Northern Kentucky University with a broadcast journalism emphasis, but he did not complete his degree. Early professional life. He spent some time living in his car after relocating to Los Angeles. Though it should be mentioned that his well-known aunt, singer Rosemary Clooney, owned the Beverly Hills estate where the car was stored. He quickly gained small roles in TV series like Roseanne, The Facts of Life, and The Golden Girls. Revolution. Not to be confused with his star-making role on the NBC drama R, which debuted in 1994 when he was cast as Dr. Doug Ross. His first significant part was on the sitcom ER in 1984. He starred in several movies while he was still on ER, such as From Dusk to Dawn, One Fine Day, and Out of Sight. Despite just making one appearance in the Batman films, he also succeeded Val Kilmer in the role. He had 3 appearances on ER in 1994, 1999, 2000, and 2009. He made 109 appearances overall. His residency as Dr. Ross on ER won him 3 Golden Globe nominations for Best Actor and 2 nominations for Primetime Emmy Awards. Following his departure from ER in 1999, Clooney went on to have a string of movie office hits, the most well-known of them being Ocean's 11. He also acted in the films Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, and The Perfect Storm in 2000. Later, Clooney returned to the role in Ocean's 12 and Ocean's 13. After starring in the movie Syriana in 2005, Clooney was awarded the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. He became the first person in Oscar history to have nominations for both directing and acting in the same year when he was nominated for Good Night and Good Luck in addition to being a writer and director. Together with Ewan McGregor, Clooney starred in 3 more successful films in 2009, Up in the Air, Fantastic Mr. Fox and The Men Who Stare at Goats. Clooney received a ton of positive reviews for Argo, The Descendants, and The Ides of March 2013. Alongside Sandra Bullock, George received great acclaim for his role in the 2013 film Gravity. He played Baird Whitlock in the 2016 film Hail. Caesar Clooney received the 2018 AFI Life Achievement Award in recognition of his numerous accomplishments in the entertainment industry. In 2019, after a 4-year hiatus, Clooney made a comeback as an actor in the science fiction picture The Midnight Sky. In addition, he is the director of the Amazon series The Tender Bar, which stars Ben Affleck. In 2021, Clooney rejoined Brad Pitt for an untitled thriller that John Watts wrote and directed. 2 years later, in 2022, he got back together with Julia Roberts for the romantic comedy Ticket to Paradise. Net worth milestones: 1993, $500,000. 1995, $3 million. 2010, $1 million. 2005, $50 million. 2007, $70 million. 2012, $100 million. 2015, $200 million. 2023, $500 million. Individual life. Clooney is involved with a number of political causes, such as the fighting in Sudan's Darfur region and the relief efforts following the 2010 Haitian earthquake. He has a significant role in the Not on Our Watch initiative. Following a terrible explosion that rocked the country's capital in 2020, George and his wife sent $100,000 to 3 Lebanese charities: Impact Lebanon, Beit Beitak, and the Lebanese Red Cross. In 1989, George wed Talia Balsam. However, they parted ways in 1993. Thereafter, Clooney shared a home with his pet pig, Max, until the latter's passing in 2006. A spokesman for Amal Alamuddin's legal practice, Doughty Street Chambers, revealed that on April 28, 2014, Clooney became engaged to the British Lebanese human rights attorney. On September 27, 2014, Alamuddin and Clooney tied the knot in California Farsetti. Clooney's friend Walter Veltroni, a former Rome mayor, wedded them. On July 6, 2017, the couple gave birth to twins, Ella and Alexander. Clooney stated in interviews in 2020 that the twins are fluent in Italian, even though neither of their parents speaks the language. Pay highlights. George received $40,000 for each of the 19 Sisters episodes he featured in. This adds up to $760,000 in total. George received $100,000 for each Air episode. He purposefully never requested a raise, preferring to concentrate on rising to fame in order to further his nascent film career. George received approximately $11 million for his services on EA in total. Career salary. His $3 million role in the 1996 film One Fine Day was one of his greatest early payouts. $15 million for Intolerable Cruelty, $10 million for Out of Sight, $8 million for The Perfect Storm, $10 million for his single Batman cameo, $20 million for his for Ocean's 11. A career high and $15 million for Ocean's 13 were among his best-paid roles. Before taxes, George's earnings from his film and television career totaled around $200 million. Paycheck Nespresso. George Clooney has starred in several Nespresso adverts since 2013. George has received $40 million from this endorsement agreement so far. George is renowned for allocating a portion of his earnings from each paycheck to maintain a spy satellite that is always visible above Sudan. This satellite spent a large portion of the previous 10 years focusing only on Omar al-Bashir, the former ruler of Sudan. Omar was charged with egregious hate crimes and violations of human rights resulting in hundreds of fatalities. In addition to following Bashir directly, the satellite monitors Sudan's armed forces in order to foresee movements and any abuses of human rights. In April 2019, Omar was overthrown by a military coup. A few months later, he was apprehended, found guilty, and sent to prison. $35 million paycheck was skipped. George disclosed in a December 2021 interview that he had previously received an offer of $35 million for a single day of work that involved filming an airline commercial. George defined the nation that owned and ran the airline as ally of the US, but added that it is questionable at times. George claims that after discussing the offer with Amal, the two of them concluded that the money wasn't worth it, therefore he turned it down. In essence, he would have received $5.8 million per hour if he had accepted the job and spent 6 hours filming the commercial. Lake Como Villa Oleander. George and Amal are global homeowners. George's most well-known asset is the Villa Oleander on Lake Como in Italy, which he paid $30 million for in 2002. Situated on the banks of Lake Como in Laglio, Italy, Villa Oleander dates back to the 18th century. The mansion has 15 bedrooms, a private pool, a tennis court, a fully equipped gym, gardens that are groomed, elaborately carved ceilings, large baths, a separate pizza room, and a gorgeous wall that prevents the lake from spilling into the house. Because Villa Oleander is frequently shared with friends on special occasions, it has become somewhat of a Hollywood legend. There was also where fellow Oscar contender Viola Davis, who collaborated with Clooney on Syriana and Solaris, spent her honeymoon. In 2010, he granted the actors John Krasinski and Emily Blunt access to the villa for their nuptials and celebration. He goes there on vacation so much that his hometown of 900 people was obliged to enact a law that fines any group of more than 3 that is caught staring, ogling, or taking pictures. He has definitely received his money's worth from the amount of use the house has seen since he bought it in 2002. There were rumors in September 2023 that George and Amal wanted to get as much as $100 million for the sale of Villa Oleander. Additional real estate. They bought a $2.2 million mansion in Studio City, California, in 1995, while he was at the top of his career. It includes 6 bedrooms. Today, this property is probably worth more than $10 million. Among other things, they own an apartment in New York City and a $7 million house in Berkshire, England. The Clooneys purchased a winery in July 2021 close to Brignoles, France, which has an 18th century manor house with a tennis court and swimming pool. They paid $7.5 million for Domaine du Canadel, and after a protracted court fight, they finally acquired the keys. The real estate holdings of George and Amal alone are valued at $100 million.